Yeah, first of all, certainly good to get started. We got out on the field today, and it was good to be moving around and get some tape to coach off of. So it's good to have guys back on campus, certainly. Welcome the first-year players, and just get started. Just a couple things here real quickly. First of all, last year certainly an enjoyable season for us. A lot of great people, a lot of great moments, and the bottom line is this one's in the books right now. Just like any good season or any bad season early behind us is in the books. And basically our message to our football team is this is a brand new year. We have a new team. Certainly not the same team we had back first of January. And we'll have a lot of new challenges. So that's kind of where our focus is right now. What's in front of us. And certainly the preseason preparation is the most important thing that we're doing right now. We're occupying our thoughts. You probably know our roster better than I do in a lot of ways, but just real quickly, defensively, our focus is on replacing a couple outstanding graduates that we had, two inside linebackers, or good players, obviously, Pat Anger and AJ Eads, excellent players, but tremendous leaders as well. Amari Spivey played corner as well as anybody we've had. So we've got three real key players to work on there. We're veteran up front. As you know, a guy like Jeremiah Hunter's had a lot of experience playing linebacker, started 2 years, and we've got some older guys that we have very confidence in with Jeff Carpinian, Troy Johnson, and Tyler Nielsen, all fourth-year, fifth-year guys. So feel good about them and be eager to see how things progress there. Back in the secondary, same thing. We've got a couple veteran players that have played very well at Tower Sash. Certainly Brett Greenwood back, and really pleased with Sean Prater last year as well. So really excited about having those guys back, and we'll see what happens there. Offensively, our biggest losses were up front. Tony Moyaki played tremendous tight end for us over the last 3-4 years, and we've lost significant, contributions, contributors up front in the interior. Not only last year, but over the last 2 years. I think you have to look at a 2-year block, and we've really lost 4 or 5 NFL caliber quality players at that position. So we've got a lot of work to do up there. The good news is our skill positions, we probably have as much depth and experience as we've had at any time. With Ricky Stanzi, certainly. James Vandenberg got good experience last year. The running back position, we've got Brett Morris back for 3rd year as a starter, fullback. 3 guys that have played at the tailback position, all had 1-year experience, and all played their best football, I thought, at the end of the year that they played. And certainly out at the receiver position with McNutt and Durrell out there. Those 2 guys have played an awful lot of football. Colin Sandman's played a lot of football. And moving inside, Alan Reisner is a guy that we've had a lot of confidence in the last couple of years. So, to see how things develop there. And then moving inside, certainly Julian Vanderbilt being a senior. Riley Reef played extremely well last year. So those 2 guys obviously had the most experience up front. And special teams wise, the good news there is we have a lot of experience back, and we thought Ryan Donahue had a tremendous season last year, probably as well as anybody in the country, and we're certainly counting on him to come back and have a great season. Andy Schultz, a guy that doesn't get mentioned much, and I hope it's the same way for the next 12 ball games. Does a great job with the deep snaps, and he's been doing that for a couple of years. Great team leader, just a tremendous guy. Place kicking competition, we've got 2 guys who are experienced, and some competitions in dead heat as far as we're concerned. And then the return game, we're optimistic right now. It's probably the most depth we've had. Kind of ties in with us having a little bit more depth at the skill positions. Most depth we've had. We've got to sort through things this camp and see what happens early in the season. And hopefully we can say that here in 4 or 5 weeks that we have a lot of depth there. So we're eager to see how that all shakes out. Just a couple roster announcements. Ross Peterson really is the only guy that isn't full speed. He practiced today. He'll do some limited contact work, only in a very controlled environment. He'll be able to do pass drills, things like that. But we're going to hold him back for probably a week or 2 until he gets caught up. He had a pec injury. And then J.D. Griggs has indicated to us that he intends on transferring. Looks like he's going to go somewhere closer to home, somewhere out east. So he's left the football team, and we certainly wish him the best. And then, as I mentioned the other day, we have 2 players that are going to serve a 1-game suspension. Broderick Benz and Joel Hampton will be suspended for the first ball game, and we're moving on from there. So that's it on the roster front. Phil just mentioned Kids Day. It'll be on the 14th, a week from tomorrow, I guess. And we certainly encourage anybody to attend that. It's open to everyone, media, fans, what have you. And our players will give autographs or do autographs for a half hour afterwards. And So, hopefully we'll have a nice environment. Kenny Stadium, a good day for football, and anybody wants to come out and take a peek at the team, they're certainly welcome to do that. And then the last thing, just real quickly, schedule-wise, I heard a couple of years ago about Ohio State, Michigan not being on our schedule, and this year the buzz, I guess, a little bit is that we have some really competitive home games, an attractive home schedule. And I think from our vantage point, we expect all of our conference games to be extremely challenging, and my guess is our non-conference games are going to be the same way. We've got some games in there that look like extremely difficult and challenging already, and as we saw a year ago, we had a hard time in our opener, and we were fortunate to win that football game. So, really at the end of the day, it's about as far as we're looking down the road. And, the most important thing is what we do the next 3 weeks is we try to pull the team together and see how this thing grows and how things develop over the next couple of weeks. With that, I'll throw it out to questions.